Tomorrow, May 15th, we have one of the biggest patches coming to first Berserker Khazan that we have ever seen, and I'm going to go over everything early so you can prepare for what's next. What's up? My name is Pastor Gaines. I'm a Souls-like and Elden Ring content creator, and today we're going to go over this massive patch. Now, I've been incredibly excited for this patch for quite some time, since last week when we first found out that it was coming out. The reason being is because there's going to be a ton of quality of life changes. They've done a lot of error fixes, and there is new content coming out for the game in terms of new ways to play the game. First and foremost, the ultimate challenge. So after you beat the game, you can go back to the title screen and choose from one of two modes. Either the General's Crucible, which we'll go over in just a second, or Berserkers Bloodshed. Upon entering the selected mode, you will see the boss information and battle records, weapons used and time recorded, and you can begin your challenge. Basically what this is it's two new boss rush modes, and they seem incredibly fun. Both modes are going to give you different rewards for completing them, but first, let's go over the General's Crucible mode. Now before the battle begins, you can choose a Tome of Challenge to upgrade or reset your stats. The amount of Lacrima required to level up is the same as the main missions. There are 5 groups in total, and defeating all bosses in a group will unlock the next group. There's Tides of Ruin, Earth-Shaking Roar, Unyielding Foes, Corruptors, and Nightmare of Chaos. Now within these battles, there are going to be some rules, and battles are going to start with Spirit at 50% and remain at that level while you defeat each group. Netherworld energy will not change while you defeat the group. Health is restored each time a boss is defeated. All stats and effects are removed each time a boss is defeated. So basically, you have to fight your way through these bosses. Each time you kill a boss, you go back to your full health right before you fought the boss in order to get ready for the next boss fight. You can use consumables, but buff items used in the challenge have limits. All active buffs will disappear when you proceed to the next area, which makes total sense as they want you to start each boss fight from scratch. Now after defeating a boss, you will automatically be teleported to the next boss within 15 seconds, and if your character dies or clears the mode, you can view the list of bosses that you have defeated. You can also see the time it takes you to defeat all of these bosses, so you can try to beat your record each time you go through this. Now when it comes to rewards, which is the real big selling point of these modes, upon defeating a mode, you will get tokens that will be delivered to your mailbox in the crevice. You can talk to the Blade Phantom and exchange the tokens for other items. Now this is going to be very interesting, and I'm very excited to see what kind of items we're going to receive, because I am all about the longevity of first Berserker Khazan, and this is a fantastic way to keep the game going. Now when it comes to our second mode, Berserkers Bloodshed, in this mode you can earn rewards for each victory, grow stronger, and defeat the final boss. This is very much a roguelike mode. Before each battle begins, you can use a Tome of Challenge to upgrade or reset your stats, much like the previous mode, and there is no continue option if you give up or your character dies during battle in the middle of the challenge. If you restart the challenge, you must fight the first boss again. Very much roguelike status. The resource rules are very simple when it comes to each battle and very similar to the previous mode. Spirit is going to be at 50% each time a boss is defeated. Netherworld energy charges each time the boss is defeated. Health is restored each time a boss is defeated, and all status effects are removed each time a boss is defeated. So basically you go in fresh to each and every single boss. Consumables have the exact same rules. They will last for a certain amount of time, and then they will disappear when you proceed to the next area. You can also see your progress and records in this mode, such as time you spent on boss battles, individual boss defeat records, and a cumulative boss history. If your character dies or completes the mode, you can check a list of defeated bosses and choose and retry a challenge. After defeating each boss, you can upgrade your stats by using the Tome of Challenge, purchasing items, or traveling to another area. Now in this mode, you can upgrade or reset your stats using a reward from defeated bosses, which is nice, and the amount of Lacrima required to level up is going to be the same as the main mission, so that's also very nice. Now when it comes to the Lacrima shop, each time you defeat a boss, items are going to be available in the Lacrima shop, and they will update. You can buy all the gear and consumables you will need, and gear consists of exclusive items obtainable only in the Berserkers Bloodshed mode. So there'll be some new armor sets, some new weapons, and a new accessory for you to use. Now all gear purchased from the Lacrima shop will have granted different options exclusive to Berserkers Bloodshed, so all the stats and everything is going to be different based on this particular mode. And upon completing this mode, tokens will be delivered to your mailbox, much like the General's mode, and you can also exchange these tokens at the Blade Phantom for other items. Now that's pretty much it for each individual mode when it comes to what's happening and how each one works and the rewards that you're going to get. And there's also going to be some new loading screens for you as well when activating each one of these modes. Now, some of the Ultimate Challenge tokens are going to reward you with one of each type of weapon. So we have the Dual Wield of Reaping, the Great Sword of Execution, and the Spear of Retribution. You're also going to be looking at getting brand new armor sets like the Defiler set, the Radiant of Darkness set, and the Netherworld Abyss set, which is super awesome. And I'm very excited to jump into both of these modes and knock them out. Now, as far as the quality of life changes that are coming to the game, they've added guidelines on unlocking new content. Once you complete the main missions in your first playthrough, you can enter the crevice for the first time. You will see a message that says new content has been unlocked. Improvements to the changed appearance feature also are going to be added for the very first playthrough. After you complete the Blacksmith Heirloom mission, you will have Transmog unlocked. Typically, you had to wait till New Game Plus, but that is no longer the case. They've also made a few improvements to the game's settings, but I'll leave these patch notes down in the description below so you can go check them out for yourself and see if these settings apply to you. And finally, they've made a few improvements to certain boss fights within the game, like Hismar and Shaktala. And once again, I will leave all these patch notes down in the description below so you guys can go check those out for yourself. And that is going to be it for everything coming to us in this first Berserker Khazan patch. I am super excited to jump into both boss rush modes and let you guys know my thoughts and how I feel overall. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification on the way out. And until next time, guys, stay safe, enjoy the game, and I'll see you in the next one.